Please, the show starts in
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, fans, this is the 13th round where we discuss all things boxing, boxing. And on today's episode, first of all, let me welcome you all to the New Year's Day 2024 State of Boxing Awards here at Rounds Boxing Club. And on this edition of the 13th round, we're going to give you a bit of boxing news. We will also recap the entire 2024 year of boxing. We will also revisit all of the major upsets in the year of 2024. We're going to also announce all of our award winners for our State of Boxing Awards in the year of 2024. And we will visit our wish list of fights that we would like to see in the year of 2025. And then we will unveil our top 10 pound for pound list going into 2025. So before we get into it, how we do it, be sure that you hit the like button. All right, so quick boxing news right quick. Puerto Rican boxer Paul Bamba died at the tender age of 35. American singer-songwriter Neo was his boxing manager and made the announcement alongside Bamba's family on Instagram. And from what I'm hearing, rest in peace to Paul Bamba. I'm hearing that Paul Bamba actually committed suicide, so mental health is real. And then Bamba was like a few weeks removed from winning his first championship. It was one of the secondary championship belts in the cruiserweight division. Bamba also called out Jake Paul after the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson bout. Jake Paul took to social media and he did give his bereavement to the family. I did think it was interesting that Neo was his boxing manager. I didn't know that. I did not know Neo was, into boxing. But yeah, boxing is really, doing his thing. So rest in peace to Paul Bamba. Other news, Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias is very, very close to being finalized for March 15th. And this bout will be for Teofimo Lopez WBO junior welterweight title of the world. They are looking to have this fight shown on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. And one thing I will say is I thought Teofimo Lopez was blowing smoke. And what I mean by blowing smoke, Teofimo Lopez has been calling out Gervonta Davis, Terrence Crawford, Jaron Boots Ennis. And, it just seems like Teofimo was just looking for a big fight, clout chasing, basically. That's what I thought, from the outside looking in, because he's calling out nothing but fighters who want big names. I mean, who have big names and could give him a big payday. See, Teofimo Lopez is one of those fighters who has never got a big payday. He's the best fighter out right now, to me, that has never fought on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And it's pay-per-view worthy. He's a pay-per-view fighter. I think Tio was a pay-per-view fighter, but that fight when he fought Lomachenko was in the pandemic, and they gave us that fight free on ESPN, and they fought that fight with no crowd, no audience. So, of course, Teofimo did not make the money that he should have made for that fight, and neither did Lomachenko, but Loma has gone on to fight other big names in his career, and he, of course, he was pushed a little harder by Top Rank and Bob Arum. But the fact that Teofimo Lopez is in negotiations with Subriel Matias, that's big, man. Subriel Matias is not a big name. Yeah, that's very high risk, low reward for Teofimo Lopez. And what that shows me is that Teofimo was not cloud chasing. He wasn't blowing smoke. Teofimo wants all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Other news in boxing. Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barbosa. Looks like that fight will be held February 15th. The particulars have not been all the way ironed out, but we should be getting that fight early this year. 2024. What a year in boxing, man. It was a better year than 2023, which was a great year. 2023 gave us Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. But 2024 gave us a lot of big fights, a lot of 50-50 fights, and a lot of upsets. Here at Rounds Boxing Club, we have deemed the year of 2024 as the year of the upset. Now, we had a lot of fun in 2024. But, there were a lot of upsets, and I'm going to go over them. I mean, it's probably about 50 upsets, major upsets. I was able to kind of reel off about 30 in my mind, but if I actually went back and went over those cards, I probably could find more. So right now I'm going to go over the upsets that I did jot down. It was so many upsets, y'all. We're gonna just start right here. Lim Perro upset Subriel Matias. Who expected that, right? Then you got Angelo Leo completely knocking out Luis Alberto Lopez. Who knows if we'll even see him in the ring again? That knockout was so crucial. Daniel the Boy knocked out Anthony Joshua. Another upset, Ryan Garcia defeated Devin Haney, and I know it's off the record books, but shit, I'll never forget it. Alexander Usyk defeated Tyson Fury in the first bout. I thought that was an upset. Yeah, Adrian Curiel defeating Civinati Noshinga. Yeah, he stopped Civinati Noshinga in that first bout. Now, Civinati Noshinga did come back in the rematch and get the victory over Adrian Curiel. Sebastian Fundora defeated Tim Tszyu. What other upsets we had? Ray Ford, he defeated Otabek Klomatov, which could have been in the running for fight of the year. That was a hell of a fight. If you didn't watch that fight, you should go watch it. I kind of told you the ending of it, but I mean, it's still a wonderful fight to watch. Ray Ford came back and did what he needed to do late in that bout. Ishmael Barroso, he defeated O'Hara Davis, knocked O'Hara Davis clean out. O'Hara Davis thought he caught a guppy. Thought he had a guppy on the line with Ishmael Barroso, and O'Hara Davis actually pulled up a shark and got his ass knocked out. Bakram Muratazaliev beat the hell out of Tim Tszyu. That was another upset. Not as big as the Sebastian Fundora, but people thought Tim Tszyu was going to beat Bakram Muratazaliev. Very dangerous fight for Tim Tszyu, and we definitely saw why as he was upset in that fight. Martin Bakole knocking out Jared Big Baby Anderson. Yeah, that was an upset. You had Nick Ball defeating Ray Ford right after Ray Ford defeated Otabek Klomatov. That title steady changing hands. Then you had, now this is a candidate for upset of the year, but Shock Oshaki Foster was defeated by Robson Conceição in their first meeting of the year. That was a really big upset. Then you had Dennis Berinchik defeating Emmanuel Navarrete. That was a big upset. Albert Puello defeated Gary Antoine Russell. The list goes on and on, man. Joseph Parker defeated Zhilei Zhang. Jose Valenzuela defeated Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Frank Sanchez got his ass whooped by Ajit Caballero. Now, that was an upset, but Caballero is dangerous, man. He's really moving up in the heavyweight division. If you guys have not seen him or don't know who Ajit Caballero is, go check him out, man. This guy is making his mark in the heavyweight division. Then you had Tyler Denny just beating the hell out of Felix Cash. Man, and I remember that one vividly, man. Shit, I had a few parlays in, and that was the last leg of the parlays, and boy, Tyler Denny messed that all up. Derek Chisora beat Joe Joyce. That was an upset. And Brian Norman Jr., the way he dismantled Giovanni Santillan. Man, 2024 was full of upsets. And as a boxing fan, man, I enjoyed it. You know, it kind of kept you on the edge of your seats. We had a lot of fun in 2024, and I put a collage together of some of our best moments of 2024 here at Rounds Boxing Club. So right now, I want you guys to check that out. Check out our best clips from the year of 2024.
Breaking news. Here at Rounds Boxing Club, we are rapidly approaching 2,000 subscribers.
What's up, champ? I see you got Bud in here, my boy watching me.
Where a few of our lucky subscribers will take home a few of these wonderful prizes, including this Big Book of Boxing magazine cover from March 1984, signed by the Sugar Man, Sugar Ray Leonard himself. Not one, but 2 subscribers will be winning $100. We are also giving away this Bite Fight poster from Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield.
Stratos are too. Oh, Stratos down from a body shot. Stratos down from a body shot. I'm not sure he's getting up. That's a liver shot. That might be the fight. Referee said the count. That's it. That's the fight. We just cashed out, baby.
Is the fight over? The fight is over. The fight is over. Nate Oya Inoue, round number 7. Oh, yes. Yes, Lord.
We got to the bag tonight.
We just got to the bag. That ain't even a song. I just made a song. We just got to the bag. Y'all seen Caleb Plant? He ain't breaking that stat out. Look, Trevor Magumby had to come back. He broke, but he came back. Magumby came back. Magumby. I believe it was cold outside and we all had jackets on, so we go in the bathroom, you know, and that's where everybody would fight at back in the day anyway. And you get your sleeve like this, and you box with your sleeves. Y'all remember that? Bing, bow, bing, bow. I hope I'm not brutalizing Daniela Asenjo's name. I wanted to say Asenjo.
Fighting, man, that's different. That dude good, bro. 300 amateur fights.
400. Well, it might be 300. 300, 400, you right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
And let's not discount his team. They had a hell of a plan, bro.
If I was going to be wrong, I was going to be wrong with Asenjo. Y'all got to forgive me. Y'all ain't no fun. Opened up a cut above Amanda Serrano's eye. Man, I mean, it was wide open. You hear me? Like, shout out to Houston 500. That's old school Houston 620. I don't know if y'all know about that, but big shot, Google it. Houston 500. Like, what if her name is Daniela Asenjo? Like, coming to the ring, Daniela Asenjo. Tank Davis was Pack that weave, man. Do y'all see? You see my boy? Check him
Me
out.
and fighters, y'all.
You can hit us up at 213-495-7337. Once again, that number is 213-495-PEDs. Here at Rounds Boxing Club, we do not condone cheating, but sometimes if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Mike Tyson made $20 million in 16 damn minutes. All my friends drive a low rider. Doubly shibbity wibbly doubly shibbity doubly shibbity wobbly dibbity doubly wibbly doubly shibbity doubly whoa. Sing. And we also this year of 2024, well, last year of 2024, we had a few disappointments in boxing. Some big names really disappointed us as boxing fans. And Devin Haney is one of them. Never ever forget that Devin Haney chose fashion over his passion, as Devin Haney wore some damn Uggs, some snow boots to the ring when he fought Ryan Garcia. Completely unauthorized. I don't even know how they let him in the ring with them shoes on, man. Sad thing, man. And then he want to go sue Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney should be all the way ashamed of himself. And, you know, those shoes were hideous, by the way. If you were going to pick some shoes that were unauthorized, pick something else, man. Your sense of fashion was completely off. And I actually wrote a song about Devin Haney getting his ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. And if you'd like to hear it, here you go.
Blame it on your shoes, got you getting blues. Blame it on your boots, now you're about to lose. I'm pretty sure that how he broke your jaw. Pretty sure why you broke your jaw. I thought you was good. See, he got caught by the hook. First 20 seconds, man, this fight was in the books. I was tripping like this can't be. Ryan Garcia versus Haney. Ryan beat that ass like Devo. So did Lomachenko. Your record got a blemish, you done lost your 0-0. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Ryan kicked that ass all over the ring. Then he punched you in the eye. Now there's lumps on your head and you're looking like you're about to cry. Cause you can't be Ryan. You can call him King Ryan. I'm just glad you didn't die. Then your jaw got bigger. I already knew what to figure. I was like Devin Haney fast, but Ryan Garcia much quicker. Blame it on your shoes, got you getting blues. Blame it on the boots, now you're about to lose. I'm pretty sure that's how he broke your jaw. Pretty sure Ryan broke your jaw. Blame it on your shoes, got you getting blues. Blame it on your boots, now you're about to lose. I'm pretty sure that's how he broke your jaw. Pretty sure Ryan broke your jaw.
Boy, that's a hit. Blame it on the shoes. and Shakur Stevenson. Hold on, I did not forget about you. You are not off the hook. Shakur Stevenson, last two fights were complete snore fest, to the core bore fest. You hear me? Yeah, he talks a little bit too much to give us those type of performances. And it was insane how boring Shakur's fight with Edwin De Los Santos was, and then to double back and give us that performance against Artem Haratunian. You know what I mean? And so it warranted a roast session, and I gave Shakur Stevenson a hell of a roast session. Pause. Here it is. The Shakur Stevenson, he couldn't bust a grape in the fruit fight, huh? This guy talks too damn much. All that talking, no walking, man. A lot of woofing, a lot of barking, man. But he has given us two lackluster performances. And the sad part about it, was that Shakur Stevenson was really trying to get the knockout. He needed to look impressive last night. I hear that Shakur Stevenson is going to art school to learn how to draw blood from his opponent. Because you can't make this kind of stuff up. Shakur's fighting in Newark, New Jersey, and everybody came to see a boxing match. Instead, we got a sleep expose. You know, only knockouts that Shakur Stevenson is consistently getting are the fans who are tuning in to his bouts. That's just straight up and down the street, man. Come on, man. This gotta stop. Here's Shakur Stevenson saying he would have smoked Manny Pacquiao.
Do you think in your prime, if you were to fight Pacquiao in his prime, how would that go?
I think I was smoking Pacquiao.
In his prime?
Yeah. I was going to make sure he took them tests. Like, it was going to have to be no test. It was going to be.
Smoking Pacquiao? Boy, you smoking crack. His classmates, his relatives are there booing the shit out of him. The ones who are still awake. Then you got some who just couldn't take it, and the damn bell was calling their name. They got up and left. Hey, the fight was boring. You know, as a boxing fan, you know, Shakur Stevenson, the fight was boring, man. You're boring us. I am a boxing purist. I don't have to just see knockouts all the time. I get that. But even with that being said, your fights are boring, man. When Floyd did it, it was in an entertaining way. He didn't just talk, he backed up. You were in a fight with this guy. Yeah, you won shit probably every round. But it wasn't that easy. This guy stood in front of you. He didn't run. Shakur Stevenson, like I said, he does not make his opponents pay when they miss. He good distance. He has a good range of distance. Makes his opponent miss, but he don't make them pay. And it sets up a snooze fest. It's a damn shame how Shakur Stevenson bored the hell out of the boxing world last night. Because, you know, the way he's going, man, you're not a pay-per-view attraction, so you need to become a villain. He needs to completely turn heel. Like Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You know, this straddling the fence. You say outrageous stuff, then you want to be the good guy. You're gonna have to take that. Shakur Stevenson got pubic hair under his chin. You understand? You're a grown ass man. You boy about 26, 27 with pubic hair under your chin, man. You need to grow a real beard, and maybe you won't be scared to get in the mix and maybe get hit back. It is a fight. You know what I mean? At some point, you got to commit to it. He started calling Shakur Stevenson, I believe it was Showbiz the Adult who kind of coined this, but they started calling Shakur Stevenson Sugar Shakur Stevenson. Nah, man, we got to take that sugar from in front of his name. After these two performances, nah, man, we got sugar and shit mixed up. You know, shit Shakur Stevenson. Shakur shit Stevenson. So in the last two fights, you know, both of those fights against De Los Santos and Artem Haratunian, that's 36. What's 36 times 2? 72. Yeah, that's an hour and 12 minutes that Shakur Stevenson has wasted of my life. Other boxing news. Shakur Stevenson sucks. I just had to say that, had to get it out. He wanted to get that ooh from the crowd, so he's throwing one hard ass shot at a time. You already don't have the hardest punching power. Put them damn shots together. Break him down. You watch him. Shakur Stevenson letting a good shot, then he's making this face like he just did the most. He hit a guy with a good sharp hook. Bang, bang. Fall in love with your work. Keep working. Man, you hear his granddaddy saying, man, put your punches together. Granddaddy ready to go home. His stomach hurting. He got to take a shit. And you keep coming back to this damn corner, prolonging this fight. That man is almost past his damn bedtime. He's sleeping as hell. He talking about, let's go. Put him to sleep. You put me to sleep. You putting the wrong people to sleep. We the people who you need to be trying to keep up. The guy in the ring is the guy you need to be putting to sleep. Instead, you keeping his ass up and putting us to sleep. I be damned. Say, man, you ain't take your no-dos? I told you to take that no-dos before I walked out. They should have sold no-dos at the concession stand. Next time Shakur Stevenson fight at the concession stand, they need to sell no-dos. I'd buy that shit if I was at the fight. You see what I'm saying? If you order a Shakur, well, he ain't a pay-per-view fighter, so you ain't got to order it. But everybody ain't got ESPN Plus. For those people who get ESPN Plus just for the Shakur Stevenson fight, man, that shit should come with like no-dos. You know what I mean? Give them something to stay up so they can enjoy it. They paying for this shit, and then they gonna fall asleep. And you put us all to sleep. We all got a wonderful night's rest. Thanks to you, my friend. Thank you, Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, anytime I'm ready to go to sleep and I can't get no sleep, look, if you suffer with insomnia, hey, go watch the Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. Go watch Shakur Stevenson versus Artem Haratunian, and I guarantee a good night's rest. Right now, we're going to have the question of the day. All right, today's question of the day is, as a boxing fan, what fights would you like to see in the year of 2025? What fights do you want to see come to fruition? Hit us up here at Rounds Boxing Club. Matter of fact, let me open the phone lines. Phone lines are now open. You can hit us up at 213-495-7337. Once again, the question of the day is, as a boxing fan, what fights would you like to see in 2025? Phone lines are now open. Hit us up, 213-495-PEDs. Here around Rounds Boxing Club, we do not condone cheating, but sometimes if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, we will get to our State of Boxing Awards next. We will have a quick message from Mr. James Lights Out Tony.
Yo, what's up? This is James Lights Out Tony, the one only. Please go subscribe to Rounds Boxing Club. My people, great people. I guarantee go to the gym to check them out. Lights out, baby, all day, every day.
All right, what we are getting ready to do is hand out our 2024 State of Boxing Awards. Now, this year, I actually involved the community. I put some community posts up, and I got some great responses. And it was interactive. So you guys actually played a part in this award show, and I'm here to bring you the awards. So let's get started with Trainer of the Year. There were no nominees. I had a few that I picked from. Robert Garcia, Don Charles, and Bomac. Now, Bomac, of course, he trains Terrence Crawford, who defeated Israel Madrimov, but he also trains Keyshawn Davis and a few other fighters. But Keyshawn Davis did win his first world title in his last victory. So, Bomac's in there. Don Charles is in there. That's Daniel DuBois trainer, who had a hell of a year. And, we'll just go ahead and give this one out without any other further ado. The winner of Trainer of the Year is Don Charles. Big shout out to Don Charles, our winner of Trainer of the Year here at Rounds Boxing Club. Now, our next category is going to be the 2024 Comeback Fighter of the Year. And our nominees are as follows: Daniel DuBois, Juan Francisco Estrada, and Sebastian Fundora. Now, Sebastian Fundora, we nominated him. If you remember back in 2023, in April of 2023, Sebastian Fundora got completely obliterated by Brian Mendoza. Got knocked out in probably, the first half of the fight. And that probably was a candidate for knockout of the year in 2023. I believe it was. Hell of a knockout for Brian Mendoza. Then Juan Francisco Estrada, we nominated Estrada because he spent 2.5 years out of the ring. Now, of course, he did come back and took a hell of a challenge facing Bam Rodriguez, but what else do you expect from Estrada? Now, Estrada did get smoked. I mean, he was knocked out in the 7th round by a vicious body shot. But he is nominated for Comeback Fighter of the Year. And Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, in 2023, lost to Alexander Usyk, a controversial loss, as Daniel Dubois really, I thought it was a legal shot, hit Usyk with a body shot that put Usyk down for about 5 minutes. Usyk had a whole damn picnic on the ring, on the canvas. He sat there, laid there, had a picnic, and once he got done eating his grapes, he got up, and then they, continued to fight, and Usyk went on to knock out Daniel Dubois. The referee deemed that shot as a low blow. So Daniel Dubois went on in 2024 to defeat Filip Hrgovic, who was ranked very highly in the heavyweight division, and then went on to defeat Anthony A.J. Joshua. So here at Rounds Boxing Club, our 2024 Comeback Fighter of the Year is Daniel Dubois. Big shout out to Daniel Dubois on winning the 2024 Comeback Fighter of the Year. Now we'll head on over to Prospect of the Year. And our nominees for Prospect of the Year are Moses Atoma, Xander Zayas, and Bruce Shushu Carrington. Bruce Shushu Carrington went 4-0 in the year of 2024, scoring 2 knockout victories and 2 wins on the scorecards, while Xander Zayas went 2-0. I believe he got both of his victories by decision. And Moses Atoma went 4-0 with 4 knockouts. Now, Atoma is really a heavyweight that's on the rise in the sport of boxing. So right now, we're going to hand out the award for our 2024 Prospect of the Year, and the award goes to Moses Atoma. Moses Atoma, like I say, he's on the rise in the heavyweight division. This kid is 19 years old. He's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. You all be on the lookout for Moses Atoma. Our next category. This one, I believe this one was virtual. So I actually let you guys, Rounds Boxing Club, the viewer, pick our upset of the year. And our nominees for upset of the year here at Rounds Boxing Club is Lim Paro defeating Subriel Matias. We got Bruno Saras defeating Jaime Munguia. And Brian Norman Jr. defeating Giovanni Santillan. Beautiful fights. All of those fights were beautiful. Beautiful performance by Lim Paro over Subriel Matias in his hometown. Bruno Sarachi defeated Jaime Munguia in Munguia's hometown. And Brian Norman Jr. completely walked through Giovanni Santillan. I mean, Giovanni gave a little bit of resistance, but look, really, he ain't getting no resistance. Man, Brian Norman Jr. did what he wanted to. He manhandled Giovanni Santillan. And you guys as fans, let's see how you guys voted for this. We're looking at upset of the year. All right, 100% of our viewers voted for Bruno Saras, a.k.a. Bruno Sarachi, defeating Jaime Munguia as the 2024 upset of the year. So our winner is Bruno Sirachi defeating Jaime Munguia. And boy, man, he ain't just defeat him, boy. He knocked his ass out of his shoe. Bruno Sirachi knocked Jaime Munguia clean up out his shoes. Damn. I hit that bug on Friday. But yeah, so let's get to our next category. We will be giving out our State of Boxing Award for Robbery of the Year. And our nominees are as follows. O'Shaquie Foster versus Robson Conceição, the first edition. Then we got Andres Cortez versus Abraham Nova. And you got Carlos Canizales versus Praya Prabazin. I'm killing his name, man. He got about 11, 12 letters in his name. Prada Breeze. Oh, all right, so we're going to just call him Panya. That's his first name, Panya. In that fight with Carlos Canizales and Panya, Canizales, he might have lost 2 rounds in that fight. I gave 2 rounds to Panya, and I believe it was a 10-round fight. The other 8 rounds, it might have been a 12-round fight, but the other rounds I gave to Carlos Canizales in that fight. And Panya got the decision, a horrible decision. Abraham Nova versus Andres Cortez. Nova did the better work in the fight. It was very much so obvious. I don't know, they got it out for Abraham Nova, but yeah, that was a horrible decision. And Robson Conceição versus O'Shaquie Foster. And I believe that was on a Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia card. I forget which card it was on. That was a co-main event. And man, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. They Robson Conceição boxed his ass off. O'Shaquie Foster boxed his ass off, and they gave Robson Conceição their victory. But without any other further ado, our 2024 winner of Robbery of the Year, or our 2024 Robbery of the Year, is none other than O'Shaquie Foster being robbed by Robson Conceição. Hey, sometimes it just happens like that. It's boxing. Now, our Performance of the Year, this was another virtual category that I put in the community section, and I let the community vote on. And our nominees for Performance of the Year in 2024, Martin Bakole versus Jared Anderson, Bakram Murtazaliev versus Tim Tszyu, and Brian Norman Jr. versus Giovanni Santillan. Now, Martin Bakole, you guys saw how Bakole beat the hell out of Jared Anderson. Man, he had him looking like a bobblehead in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Bakram Murtazaliev completely body slammed Tim Tszyu. He bodied Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, who knows when we'll see him in the ring again. Then Brian Norman Jr. over Giovanni Santillan. I talked about that fight earlier, but that was a hell of a performance by Brian Norman Jr. Let's see how you guys voted on. Let's see how you guys voted on this one. All right, here we go. Best Performance of the Year. And the winner is Martin Bakole versus Jared Anderson. 63% of our viewers thought that Martin Bakole had the Performance of the Year, and I agree. So now it's 64%. 26% of our viewers thought that Brian Norman Jr. versus Giovanni Santillan should have been the upset of the year. And 11% that's left thought Bakram Murtazaliev demolishing Tim Tszyu should have been a performance of the year. Shout out to Martin Bacoli, Brian Norman Jr., and Bakram Murtazaliev on those very impressive victories, and congratulations to Martin Bacoli on the best performance of 2024. Disappointment of the year. All right. We got Canelo not fighting David Benavidez. We got Errol Spence going missing, and Tank versus Shakur not happening. Tank versus Shakur not happening. It's a disappointment, and we'll probably be disappointed again in 2025. I doubt we see Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. But Errol Spence, are we going to ever see him back in the ring? I imagine so. I mean, I've seen him on Instagram, social media training. But I ain't seen his ass in the ring. And it's been a year and a half, so now we got another layoff. All them PBC fighters, man, no, nothing against them, but damn, everybody coming off a layoff. Every time you get in the ring, it's a damn layoff. Who is active on the PBC roster other than Canelo Alvarez? And David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. Speaking of Canelo, that was the disappointment to me. That's what that was my disappointment of the year. That is the winner of disappointment of the year. Canelo Alvarez not fighting David Benavidez. Duck, man. Barbecue duck. Our next category is the biggest boxing event of the year 2024. This one was another one that I put up in the community section, and I let the community vote on the biggest boxing event of 2024. Our nominees are Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, and Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury 1. That one was for undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Our winner here at Rounds Boxing Club, you guys voted for Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia as the biggest boxing event of the year 2024. 78% of our viewers voted for Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, while 22% of our viewers voted for Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, and none of our viewers voted for Tyson versus Jake Paul. So yeah, man, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia was big. I'm surprised that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul didn't get any love with the community as far as biggest boxing event. Big shout out to Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia for winning the biggest boxing event of the year 2024. Our next category that we will be giving an award out in is the 2024 Fight of the Year. I don't think I made this one virtual. I did not make it virtual. Our nominees for the 2024 Fight of the Year: Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury for the undisputed heavyweight championship. That was the first installment. Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev, and Sergey Boychuk versus Virgil Ortiz. Our winner here at Rounds Boxing Club for the 2024 Fight of the Year is Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, the first installment. That was the fight of the year. You know, that was the fight that boxing fans wanted to see. We wanted to have an undisputed champion. We hadn't had a undisputed heavyweight champion in over 20 years before Usyk beat Fury and, you know, unified all the titles and became undisputed. And 2 weeks later, he was stripped of the IBF title. Wow. That's crazy, but big shout out and congratulations to Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury for putting on the 2024 Fight of the Year. Now, our next category is going to be the 2024 Promotional Company of the Year. And this one was also virtual. I gave our community the opportunity to vote on the 2024 Promotional Company of the Year. And let's see how you guys voted. All right. Well, the nominees are going to be Matchroom Boxing, Queensberry Promotions, Top Rank Boxing, and Most Valuable Promotions. I don't have PBC in there. They're not in the running. And surprisingly, 100% of our viewers thought that Matchroom Boxing was the Promotional Company of the Year. And I'm going to have to override that, man. No way, Matchroom. No way. No way. All of you guys who voted for Matchroom Boxing as the Promotional Company of the Year.
You don't know shit about boxing. It's a real deal.
Yeah, I just had to say that, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. So I'm gonna say Queensberry, Frank Warren and Queensberry. Queensberry went like 10-0 against Matchroom at one point in the year. So our 2024 Promotional Company of the Year is gonna be Queensberry Promotions and Frank Warren. Congratulations. They had a very incredible year. You guys look at the roster on Queensberry and look what they did this past year in boxing. Look at that 5 versus 5 card, man. Big shout out to those guys. Our next award that we're giving out is going to be Fighter of the Year. And this was also a virtual vote. Let's see what we got. 2024 Fighter of the Year nominees are going to be Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, and Naoya Inoue. Now, Inoue, he got 2 knockout victories this year. He knocked out Luis Neri. Then he knocked out TJ Doheny. Then Daniel Dubois, he knocked out Philip Hrgovic. Then turned around and knocked out Anthony AJ Joshua. And then Alexander Usyk became the undisputed heavyweight champion and then came back and defeated Tyson Fury in the rematch. And you guys voted 50-50. 50% of our viewers thought Alexander Usyk should have won Fighter of the Year, and the other 50% thought that Daniel Dubois should have won Fighter of the Year. So Naoya Inoue is completely out, and I have to override in between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. Pause. And I got to go with Alexander Usyk. You know, becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, first one in 20 years. Yeah, Fighter of the Year definitely is Alexander Usyk, without a shadow of a doubt. Congratulations, Alexander Usyk, on being the 2024 Fighter of the Year. Our female Fighter of the Year. This one is also virtual, and the nominees are going to be Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, and Gabriella Fundora. This is also a split. Nobody voted for Clarissa Shields, so she's out of here. She is not in the running. Katie Taylor now. Katie Taylor is in the running for 50% of our voters voted for Katie Taylor, and the other 50% voted for Gabriella Fundora. I have to override, and the 2024 Female Fighter of the Year is Gabriella Fundora. Got to give it to Fundora. She became undisputed champion in her weight class and did so in a very impressive fashion, getting a knockout. I think she got a 7th round knockout. But I got to give it to Gabriella Fundora. Those Katie Taylor fights were great with Amanda Serrano and Chantel Cameron, but both of them were a little bit questionable. Gabriella Fundora dominated. And Clarissa Shields did wonderful work too. She became a heavyweight champion. You know, she became a champion in another weight class. So I believe she's a 5 weight class, might be more. But shout out to Clarissa Shields as well. Congratulations, Gabriella Fundora, on being our 2024 Female Fighter of the Year. Our next award that we're going to give out is going to be the Knockout of the Year. And we got our nominees for Knockout of the Year. We got Lucas Body knocking out Austin Silv. Then you got Angelo Leo knocking out Luis Alberto Lopez. What a knockout that was. And our last nominee was Fabio Warley knocking out Frazier Clark in the second fight. And the winner of the 2024 Knockout of the Year is Lucas Body knocking out Ashton Silv. My goodness, did you guys see that knockout? It was crucial. If you didn't see it, here you go. Damn, man. Hold on. Bing, bow. Ooh, woo. All right, so that actually concludes our State of Boxing Awards here at Rounds Boxing Club. So big shout out to all of our winners. Right now, I'm going to unveil our top 10 pound for pound lists going into the year 2025 here at Rounds Boxing Club. So, yeah, it was a lot of movement within the top 10 pound for pound. And a lot of fighters got knocked completely out. I'm going to tell you something. Tyson Fury not in my pound for pound. I don't have Devin Haney in my pound for pound. A lot of fighters got knocked out, man. So let's just go over our new top 10 pound for pound list heading into 2025. And no, Tyson Fury did make it. At number 10, he barely made it. Tyson Fury is our number 10 pound for pound fighter in the world. And I'm cool with that because, yeah, he lost twice to Usyk. But Usyk, you know, he's a top fighter. He's at damn near at the top of the bunch. Number 9. Our number 9 pound for pound fighter is Jesse Bam Rodriguez. At number 8, we got the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. At number 7, Gervonta Tank Davis. At number 6, we got Dimitri Bivol. At 5, we got Canelo Alvarez. At number 4, we got Artur Beterbiev. At number 3, we got the monster, Naoya Inoue. At number 2, Terrence Bud Crawford. And our number 1 pound for pound fighter going into the year 2025 here at Rounds Boxing Club is Alexander Usyk. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2024 in a heap. Boom. That's pretty much what happened. A lot of damn upsets. We gave out all the awards. And yeah, let's talk about fights that we want to see in the year 2025. You know, of course, we want to see Gervonta Davis take on Shakur Stevenson. I'd like to see Gervonta Davis take on Teofimo Lopez. I'd still like to see Canelo versus Benavidez. Let's see what other fights we want to see. Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani, or Naoya Inoue versus Muradjan Akhmadaliev. I like to see that fight. I like to see Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia running back. Let's get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, or Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Zhilei Big Bang Zhang versus Martin Bakole. What fights do you guys want to see in 2025? Drop down in the comment section. Let us know what fights you guys would like to see. Right now, here at Rounds Boxing Club, we are getting ready to rock out before we clock out and shout out a few of our subscribers. All right, shout out to Pinata. Big shout out to Son of Apollo. Happy New Year to my man Trizzy Dollars. Shout out Mr. Theo. Shout out to the Marquee Collection. Shout out Ray Walker. Shout out Fast Car Eddie Hitman Hearns. And shout out you, the viewer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 13th round. I'm Coach Rounds. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, protect yourself at all times. We out. Peace.